Top morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Deku Became an Ultimate? Basically, how will I put this? He basically is like Ben 10,000 from the Ben 10 and Ultimate aliens. So, plus, yeah. But this one, in this alternate timeline, gonna be a little bit more dark than in the usual. So, and without further ado, and yes, I am adding zooming to this what if. Reason why is because I want it to be like between. It's like a two roads or paths of destiny thing. One goes for like the original, like canon version, and the other just is, yeah. So, ready? Let's begin. Zuko and Zumi were born. Let's do, if I find this stupid thing. Zuko and Zumi were born. And basically, at age of 4, Among Us. Yeah. And no, I am not going to go do Among Us stuff. So, there you go. So, here, I'll just use Zumi. Okay. So, at age of 3, the Zumi him was loved by Bakugo and Todoroki. But Zuko, he gets loved by Momo and Ochako. Him. Because they're, yeah. So, but that all changed and at age of 4, where the quirk doctor tells Zumi that she has a quirk. And, yeah, it's basically, so he looks over at the Zuko and tells him that he's quirkless, can become a hero like what Zumi can. So then they kept him around, and both, of course, Zumi and Zuko went wanted to see Neem, which is the fastest way, like a shortcut or the long way. And Zumi met All Might. And Zuko didn't. So, yeah. All Might gave her the one for all, like a hair thing, to be passed down to Zumi. And Zuko was walking around, and he got stopped by the villain. Not like he was a hero or anything. They just said, "Hey kid, come over here. Come over here." Okay. As he comes over. And public announcement. Do not try this in real life. You might be kidnapped. But let's continue. So, yeah. That's my public announcement. So, yes. I might focus on doing more of those, like the warning for everyone. Mostly young children's. And I know that it will probably be like, don't do this, don't do that one. But it's just the trying to keep everyone safe, not like. Okay? So let's get back into a regular scheduled program. So, yeah. So Zuko goes in to a hallway. There, he sees Trigger, like green goo. It was a little bit more dark green than the how will I put this? It was. I'm trying to find the picture of the Ben 10 one. But let's continue. No. It was a DNA pool. I call it that. It was more, or it was called, in this universe, is called Trigger. Basically, they found a way to give out small doses so that but Zuko was quirkless. But he saw something in. So, what the villains did, they didn't want money from Zuko. So they ended up, like, putting a needle through. But Zuko did have a power owner that caused. So when when they inject him with Trigger, then if you guys don't want me to, here, I'll Ben 10 DNA pool. This one. So the green goo that you see on the screen, right here, all this green, yeah. So, yeah. So Zuko got injected by Trigger, but the villains thought it would gives him a quirk, but it did more than just give him a quirk. It transformed his body into a monster, like a cocoon. Let's switch over to the other one. This one. I'm trying to find. It basically looks like, hang, not that one, but I'm still trying to figure it out, so bear with me now. It is right here, this one. So the cocoon that he was in, it evolved his body into a monster. So he had, and because his monsterish self was too powerful. So it, as the, yeah. So, but that's his cocoon. He had two cocoons. One's on the outside. Here. Cocoon of Evolution. From Yu-Gi-Oh! I love to reference Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. It's Cocoon Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm trying to find that stupid thing. Yu-Gi-Oh! Cocoon of Evolution. There it is. So it was like that. Huh. Here. So, yeah, Cocoon of Evolution was that. So, yeah, basically, Zuko was transformed from that out way, and then his monster form was number 2. Sengo Cocoon. And no, it's, yeah. So yeah. The monster went on a rampage. Wanted more. Because he finished the entire gulp of the DNA pool thing. So he was at 90%. So then he found, or his alien technology, or his DNA was been altered so many times that even he was big. Like, he had every DNA in the entire universe. So he fused his own soul into it. So, as military guys shooting him, bang, bang. Yeah. So then the guy, or the monster, didn't care. As he starts running faster and faster, like accelerate, or accelerate. Yeah. So, yeah. So Zuko is pretty powerful. as he found more, or he could sense more nearby as he goes over. As a blue girl with purple hair looks down at him, smiling. As she could think, this is an interesting transformation for her. As one of her men tells her that one of the other villains were the giving out those DNA pool things like candy. But this one takes the cake. Yes. Interesting. Make sure because this is and of course one of the other ones says, the other report says that the kid that became a monster was quirkless. Interesting. It's never had a quirkless become so monstrous. So then, after Zuko drank the last one, as he turns around, and she walks in on him, and she wants him to be more cooperative. So she sits down where they set up the table. As he looks at it, he sits down on the floor instead. Because how big he is, he could just, as he doesn't really know her that much, he knows as he uses his power to pour a cup of tea thing. I see. You're going through his metamorph stuff. Oh. Interesting. You're more... And Zuko doesn't know that, but he doesn't know that someone's flirting with him. How old is she? I forgot. Let's look that up, shall we? I'm gonna do learn, because her name is here it is, and yeah, let's see how old she is. Okay, so I want to learn. My eyes are just... Okay. Trying to find out how old she is. Yeah, so... Okay. Well, based off of my data in my head, she kind of looks like... I know sponsors. I'm not going to do sponsor videos. So Zuko, I'm trying to find her, because she's probably in mid-30s or something. And like that. She's probably is like same thing as Mystique is. Like 1,000 years old. Let me close that and let me reopen that. So, yeah. Split personalities thing. So, no, it was this one. Nope. Sorry. One more. This one? Nope. Where did it go? So, yeah, here it is. So basically, based off of her height and like she's probably like 30s, in mid 30s or late 20s or something. I'm just speculating, but don't shoot the messenger. So so she ends up flirting with him without him even knowing that. Because, yeah, that's the thing. I know it's like weird what ifs things. It's just people can make these what if videos way weird than usual. That's the thing with the most of these videos that are like, one was, I'm trying to think, toxic, or one of the symbiotes that I made was, that I made Hux the team, like, gay, but I know he's not gay because he's, straight, but, that's besides the point. Okay? So, but this one is going to be that weird part was her flirting with Zuko. So, to try to, like, basically to make him join the team of villains. So, but Zuko was not interested. And he already had a heart for Momo and Ochako. Oh. And Momo and Ochako did not care if he was quirkless or quirked. As long as they get to see him. Yeah. So, that's what. They still love him no matter what. So, as the cocoon monster, should I say, or inside, as he goes away, like disappears, and like, as he did, so he, like, inside of his body, this is what he looks like, inside of his body, honey. So, yeah. So Zuko ends up, because he had enough, juice thing, and it evolved his body into a monster. And when he sheds his old skin, he came out looking normal, but he wasn't normal. He had a monstrous sense. I'm trying to find the stupid monster. Or he became more jacked up. So, but with his power of infinity and zero doesn't allow him to age. So he stays the same. So Zuko, who feels much better, as he, so he died. Or, so his old, like, cocoon died, and it decayed faster than a normal corpse. Like, it was gone in an instant. So there was nothing left for. So Zuko walks home. Or as Inko was scared that the monster ate her own son. As Sashi's like, good riddance. We don't really care about him anyways. And she could not believe him. So Zumi was crying too, because she knew that her brother got eaten by the monster. So a time skip to 15. So, yeah, and they were at age of 4, but then the whole thing went kablam, and then the 15, and Zuko looks like he's in his mid-30s. So Zuko, who gets a soda at a bar. Yeah. as the Inko, or actually, let's say Asashi was there. He's just like, what? Why did? And Asashi's blaming himself. Yeah. And Zuko just like, or actually, let's say Inko was at a bar, like trying to drown her sorrow in alcohol thing. But she felt a weird aura. As he thought he's gonna flirt with her. So, but then he's like, I was gonna get you another drink, not doing any of that. And as yeah, yeah, as she's wondering, what's with this guy? It seems like he knows me real well. So then she was like super drunk thing. And she's about to like pass out. Because of it. But Zuko just got her. He's like, let's take you back to your house. As he walks in, or he walks her home. As he tells her that no need to drown yourself with all that alcohol stuff. And I heard about your son. But there's actually never mind. I already know what he's actually is still alive. As she's like wondering, what do you mean by that? We just like met and you just knew who my son was? Really? He wishes that he wants to be with you, but Anne, little sister Anne, and or your father, or your husband. But, yeah. So then after drops her off, then he leaves. As she had this weird feeling that she knew him. So then the time skip to All Might versus All for One. And because reason why I do these time skips is because and plus Zuko goes to a quirkless school and he gets like asked out a lot because of his body structure. Sure. Yeah. And they all asked him out. So, yeah. So then so now all my verses, All for One, had their battles, or is having their battles. As, yeah. I'm wiping the sleeper out of my eye real quick. So yeah. So All for One, or so All Might was down, but not out. As All for One and charges up his arm as he says, "It's time for you to die." As out of nowhere, you know that one episode with like the Sasuke holding the name I can't even spell his name, but I'll. Yeah, so. The Sasuke from Ben 10. Yeah, so. No, not sponsored. Sorry. No. Where he was holding. It was during that one episode, the final episode where he trying to find the stupid. It was the where it was during one of the episodes where it was about to have a finishing thing where he was holding the not Omnitrix, not Nematrix, but how I put this. It was. Why am I spacing out so much? It was where the Sasuke or whatever his name is lifts it up. Or lifts the Frankenstein's monsters as arms up. Yeah. Well, he does that to All for One. Zuko does that to All for One. Like, popped out of nowhere and like, no, you will not finish up my theme. Favorite idol, no matter what you say. As they're like, whoa, where's this big buff guy came from? Zuko Midoriya. Because All for One knew that because of he could sense it. You're the one that you evolved, honed your entire body, your entire existence through that DNA pool of trigger. It was designed to only work with quirks. But now, with your DNA infused with every alien, everything, the entire world, what will you do? Well, first of all, second of all, he will end up stopping you villains from hurting any of my team or anyone else. So then he ends up beating the snot out of All for One, and as All for One says, as you wish. Then he ends up does that same thing where Izuku used his armadillo's arm, as everybody was like, man, this kid's going toe to toe. And I always wanted to make it like a little bit more boost up thing. So I put All for One into his prime. So no need to look at that face anymore. So yeah. So All for One was in his prime, or is still in his prime, and of course, so Zuko punched him around like a little rag doll. That's how powerful he is. As All Might is like, what? Wait, what? What? No way. How is this kid so powerful than anyone? So, yeah. So, Zuko's body can handle it. As he used, all of their DNAs. Basically, his arm, or one with armadillo's arm, turned into now the ultimate humongousaur's arm. The entire arm became that. Then so he's basically, he used his own full power, not holding back. And so he tells All for One, there's one thing that I always wanted, and always knew that heroes always win against our villains like you. So, no matter what I have to do, Izuku straight up uses his full power of him. So he uses his chest thing as it launches a beam. And guess what power is that from? I'll give you a hint. It's a time. This run. Right here. Yeah. That's correct. Okay. So, yeah. So Zuko, who basically wiped All for One from space, time, everything. Because how powerful Zuko is, he's like, huh. As he looks over at Bakugo, Huh. Long time no see, Kachan. As he says that, as Bakugo, who can't believe that his friend is this powerful. How are they? So he used accelerate speed to like zoom. He grabs Bakugo and like zoom, like time stopping power. As he got in, as he lays in and as he takes crime, yeah, he moves fast. And when I said ultimate thing, like what if Zuko was ultimate, I meant he became ultimate guy. Like, without, like, the thing on his chest. Without, yeah. So, Zuko cleans up the scene. He's so fast that even, like, everybody's, like, wondering what just happened. I mean, as they all, like, what just happened, bro? You know? It's, yeah. They go, zoom, 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 zoom. He moves fast, so then they're like wondering what just happened. Yeah. So then the next day, the whole shebang thing, after the All for One, this is All Might, and Zuko, who was at a store getting himself a bottle of water. I don't know. A casing. And so he trains his body on him faster and faster. Sir. As they're like, man, this kid's on a whole nother level. So then, yeah. And all the pro heroes looking for him. But he could teleport. Or actually, he runs right up. Because how fast he was. Because he didn't have a cell phone. So Nezu was like sitting at his desk. But then they accelerate version of Zuko ran so fast that there was no like system detected. And Zuko just pops out of nowhere and like shows up right in front of Zuko, or Nezu's like, so you're trying to look for me, huh? I'm already here. I'll happily to join. Yeah, I agree. But as Nezu's like, yeah, with every power that you have, you're the top student. And so they called off the search. They found him. And Zuko was like, so, yeah. So he does everything. He even got his grades all the way up. Like, he shows up. Yeah. or actually, let's say he had over 100%. Like, he got all the school stuff, like all of it, from here all the way to like graduation. He was done in. He did a test and he did all that stuff in seconds. Yeah. How long has this video been? I forgot to check. Okay, let's see. Well, okay. Oh, sorry, bro. And please wait for part 2 to be filmed.